DOJ, unfortunately, under Merrick Garland, it rolls over. It doesn't want to go through the courts. It'll just pay through the law. That's the bad thing. And we pay for all that, our tax dollars pay for that. If they want to have all the transitional surgery, they go through the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union.
Hi, my name's James O'Keefe. I'm looking for Ms. Charlotte Headley.
Have a nice day.
All right. So I guess they're not going to talk to us?
Oh, no.
Ma'am, we're doing a story about men claiming to be transgender inside the prison, having sex with female inmates, ma'am.
Can't be here, you know that, right?
I'm a journalist. What do you mean I can't be here? So we're standing outside the Washington Women's Prison in Gig Harbor, Washington. We have a follow-up from our story we did earlier in April. Footage of women deeply upset testifying about their treatment after men claiming to be women are inside this prison with other women. New footage inside the Department of Justice shows a psychologist at the Department of Justice, a woman named Linda Marie Noel, talking to an OMG journalist, saying that the Merrick Garland DOJ is, quote, rolling over in regards to what people inside this prison are calling the $1 million baby. That means that a woman gets pregnant by a man claiming to be transgender. They sue to try to get like $1 million.
The man, right, is in on it, where he's trying to, basically get part of a lawsuit that's going on, because...
Well, the output is money. They all want money.
Yeah, how does it actually work, though? It's like the woman basically is raped or says she's raped. Whether it's consensual or not, who knows?
They both play the victim card.
They would want to get a girl pregnant so that the girl could form a lawsuit against WCCW and say that he raped her and he's willing to go along with it. So the slang word that they're calling it is $1 million baby.
And then they go through ACLU, and the ACLU sues the DOJ. And the DOJ, unfortunately, under Merrick Garland, it rolls over. It doesn't want to go through the courts. It'll just pay through the law. That's the bad thing.
So our last story in April was brought to us by a source who brought us recordings of some of these women pleading about the condition inside the prison because men are in there with them. More sources have now come out to OMG. That's what journalists do. They put out a story and whipsaw. Other sources have come to OMG about more information inside this prison.
But you should have the right to further rehabilitate yourself and get back in society without being a victim of state-sponsored rape. Sonia approach. This one really kind of chops my ass. He has a victim incarcerated there as well. And they did not do her any justice by any means. They put him in the same unit, on the same tier, just a few doors down. So this woman was molested by this guy, and now she has to live with him and look at him every day.
Brooke Lynn Sonia is currently in custody here inside the prison. Brooke Sonia, formerly known as Brett Sonia, was transferred there in 2022. He was transferred from New Hampshire a year after filing a lawsuit in federal court claiming that his Eighth Amendment rights were violated. This is a man pretending to be a woman. He argued that he was placed in a cell with predatory male inmates and in isolation when he complained about inmate threats and sexual assaults. What people may not know, and what sources have tipped us off about, is that Brooke Sonia, formerly Brett Sonia, has 3 counts of a state sex offense, committed incest on a biological daughter. He also has a child pornography conviction.
He actually recently was moved to the other pod because of sexual activity, and he got to live out what he was there to do. He wanted to have sex with women, and he got his wish. I heard a quote from him, this came from his mouth. He was talking to a young lady and told her, soon my estrogen will be out of the system, I'll be able to produce her healthy sperm again. I'm never going to get the bottom surgery. So he intends on being a man there with a full testosterone in his system. He wants an intact, working penis, and he is actively trying to make one of these $1 million babies. He is a well-known was well known that he wanted to go there just to sleep with women during his incarceration.
The superintendent of the prison, Charlotte Headley, is she good, bad? Is she a good person, bad person?
She came in after my time, James. The one before her, Geneva Cotton, she was the one that spearheaded this whole program close to 6 or 7 years ago. She was one that was really advocating for these men to come and be incarcerated with women. And she was one of the main perpetrators as far as this.
Sonia's claims in that lawsuit are the exact claims that the actual women are making inside the prison, namely that they're in a cell with predatory male inmates and they're in isolation when they complain about inmate threats and sexual assaults. The women inside this prison are saying to us they are being retaliated against for making the claims, the same claims that the man pretending to be a woman claimed. Sonia, now transferred inside the prison. Ma'am, we're doing a story about men claiming to be transgender inside the prison, having sex with female inmates, ma'am. My name is James O'Keefe. Do you have any comment about our story? Have you heard about our story about men claiming to be females having sex with the inmates in this prison? Are you aware of that?
Is there anybody that we can talk to?
Are you willing to speak with us? Are you aware of this inmate and the recordings that we have? These inmates, Josh Cook, Nani Lotus Flower, Amber Kim, Christopher Williams. These are inmates inside the prison with prior crimes about raping people, child porn.
This can't be here, you know that, right?
I can't. I'm a journalist. What do you mean I can't be here? The Merrick Garland DOJ official, Linda Noel, also was caught on film saying, quote, "Then the women's rights are being trampled on, women like the ones inside this female prison."
So, like, what happens when these women say, I don't want to live with a man?
Then their rights are being trampled upon. We didn't have any of this even a decade ago. It just started over the past decade ago with all the sex change operations and all the different hormonal, you would know all this stuff. Oh my
Well,
God,
yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
your field.
it's all connected, Linda.
Let's take a look at some of the other convictions of men claiming to be women now housed inside this prison. Catherine Bang's actual name, Nicholas Lippert, rape of a child, 2 counts of assault on a woman. Joshua Cook, rape of a child, 3 counts, possession of child porn, 2 counts. Nani Lotus Flower, manslaughter. Christopher Williams, now a woman, failure to register as a sex offender. Horrible crimes, horrible sex crimes, and now they are inside this prison with actual women. As an investigative reporter, you have to focus on issues in society where there needs to be reform. Oftentimes we don't know what those reforms are, but this is obviously a brand new issue in society where people are being harmed and people are living in fear of retaliation, isolation, and they're putting themselves in a cell with violent men. If the men can speak up and have their voices heard, which obviously Sonia's voice was heard, now he is in this prison, what do the women do and where should the women go? We're going to reach out to the DOJ for comment about this. We also reached out back to Linda Noel to see what she had to say about what she said to our journalist.
Yeah, I don't want to hear anymore. I know all about chomos.
You know all about what?
Chomos.
Chomos?
Child molesters. I'm not listening.
Why not?
Because I don't need to. I read about this every day at work. I hear about it.
I documented our conversation and we intend to release this information. My boss is James O'Keefe and he would like to speak to you right now. The stuff that you've said, I believe the public has a right to know.
Yeah. Oh, no. Bye.